All right, here we are, Kentucky Lake, stop number 2, the Bassmaster Opens. Just got back from Lake the Ozarks last week. Top 25, made day 3, drove all night. Now we're here practicing. I've been out here since sunrise this morning, caught 2 fish so far. It's kind of a struggle bus, not gonna lie. But the 2 I did catch were good quality. Caught it like a 3.5 pound smallmouth and then a 6 pound largemouth. So basically we're just gonna go scanning today, try to get some stumps and some shallow bars marked and try to find some fish like that, because I think that's gonna be the deal. But the only issue is this water. I'm sure you guys can tell is a little bit muddy, a little bit stained. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this one plays out. So far, no bueno. We caught 2 fish. Like I said before Logan got here, kind of a struggle bus to catch them. Well, not really catching them. Once you find them, they're pretty easily catchable, but you just need to find them first. A week ago, this lake was flooded up to like those bushes and trees, and then now they dropped the water level back down, and I think the fish are a little bit messed up. So I don't know. We're just gonna keep on looking. Ah, it's a bass.
I didn't think they existed.
Well, there we go. So did a little switch up. Instead of throwing a minnow or a jig or something over those stumps, I picked up a red crankbait and bada boom. It's a fish. I know, unbelievable. Is it recording? All right, so that's a wrap for day number 1. Not great, not bad. Found some fish, some areas. Kind of talked with some of the other guys. I think we kind of found that region that is most active, and that's very important on a lake that is like this, that is so big, because you could fish stumps and bars like this the entire way, but it always seems to go down in one little area. Basically, we have about 20-30 more minutes fishing, and I'm just gonna minnow around, and then we're gonna go back to the house, and BJ brought some bison for us to eat for dinner, so that'll be good. And then I'm going to bed since I got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night.
How are we feeling this morning?
Oh,
It's a great morning.
about as good as you can do when it's 30 degrees outside.
That's right. It's gonna be warmer today. Beautiful day on KY.
All right, day number 2 of practice. This is basically our last day of a productive practice because tomorrow it's supposed to blow. So we've got some work cut out for us. We just put in here at Ken Lake, and basically I'm gonna focus from Ken Lake to the dam and basically just try to find some areas that I think hold fish. And I just need to very thoroughly go through some of these bars and do a lot more fishing. I think yesterday I did a lot more scanning, and finding stumps and fish I don't think is the issue. It's just trying to figure out those small, minute things to get these fish to fire. So that's kind of the goal today, but let's just go make it happen. We've been fishing. We fished the bank and fishing a rock and throwing this crankbait up there for a while this morning. Didn't really have anything going on. We went back out to the ledges on the west side of the lake and didn't really have anything going on there. And so I decided to switch it up and come back over here to the LBL side, the land between the lakes, and just cranked some of this rock, and boom, caught like a 3.5, 3 3/4 solid smallmouth. But after talking with some of the guys that are on the water today, it's brutal. Like, it is brutal, brutal, brutal. So I'm gonna guess that this is gonna fish very, very small, and it's gonna be a grinder tournament where you basically pick some riprap, some rocks, and a couple of stump fields, and you just rotate those same spots, because all you need to do is get 5 bites a day, because it seems like when you do catch one, it's a 3+ pounder, but it's just getting those bites that make the difference. So, very uneventful day 2. Only caught 1 fish today. Now that 1 fish was a good one, so that's good news. And I didn't really fish a whole lot more of stuff like that, just because those shallow fish are gonna get picked off very fast with this big a field and how small this lake is actually fishing, considering it's like 90 miles long. So I tried to push that stump bite and the shell bar bite again, and never really had anything fire on that. Not a great practice at all, but tomorrow we're gonna go up to Big Sandy and kind of fish in the back of that, and try to just kind of fish for largemouth tomorrow right by takeoff, and then go from there. So sorry for a lame video. All right, day number 3 of practice. It is blowing like 20 to 25 miles an hour with up to 40 mile an hour gust. So we've got our work cut out today. It eliminates quite a bit of water. As you guys can see, the sun's well up. So what happened was we put in at Paris, and we tried to run way up Big Sandy and try to find some fish, but it was just way too shallow and way too windy, and there's stumps everywhere. And the camera got wet a little bit, so that's why we are now shooting the intro for today. But there's a ton of fish out here. It's just trying to figure out how to find them. I don't think getting them to bite is the issue, it's finding them. And I think there's some guys catching them on shallow bars. There's guys catching them just shallow on the bank. So it's just we just need to figure it out, because currently we have not. We are way in the back of the creek. Try to catch a fish. Dude, it ain't quite working yet. We'll see. Well, that wasn't worth it.
Show them how it's done, Brock.
All right. Well, at this point, this lake kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, it's muddy water. There's about 7 bass out there in the lake to catch, and I think Jacob has caught about 6 of them. So that means we're all shooting for 1 bass come tournament day.
To be fair, I caught 4 and I snagged 2. So
you want to hear how practice is going. All right, so this has been the worst week of practice ever. I've bought.
You just go show us your practice spot now. We can just go. We go in,
I bought some Preparation H. It's not Preparation H. It's the I bought Neosporin, hand cream, Carmex. I've got the craps. I threw up a bunch. I've felt like crap for the past 24 hours, and I've caught very few bass, so it's going great.
You've caught bass. That's a good
What
thing.
a wuss. Just kidding. I do not want what he got. That's terrible.
I still say it was food poisoning, but it lasted a long time.
Fingers
It's been
crossed.
a miserable practice.
We don't get sick.
I hope, for Ronnie's sake, that it was food poisoning.
Yeah.
It was a rough.
We'll know tomorrow.
that's why he's not cooking tonight.
That's right. Yeah, you cooked our meal too, first day.
I did. I cooked it, and then immediately just boom, it hit. So everyone's still standing.
We'll see tomorrow.
Oh. All right, so it is now our off day, and it is about 9 a.m. and we are going golfing with the whole crew. So we got Josh, Jacob, BJ, Jonathan, Van Dam, John, the hook up, and got a bunch of guys here. So we're gonna go try golfing in this cold weather. I'm gonna hit a ball and hurt my hand. So see how it goes.
Jesus.
I don't want to be the little student though.
He would enjoy it. Well, first hole didn't go good. Mine went about 300 feet in the air and then 20 feet forward. Josh's first tee shot went like 100 to the left. Jacob's went in the woods, and we ended up going to just hit Josh's ball anyway. So, but we tried to fly the drone and get some cool shots for you guys, and we got denied by parents. We're in trouble now. Is that a good one? I purposely did that.
That was the thigh spinner.
Oh, you almost got to the pad.
Yeah, got it.
Tied up. So we're
Tied
tied up
after 5.
So we've got 3 more to go.
Quitting at 9
Are we
now?
quitting tonight?
I think we're gonna win,
Too
depending
windy.
on what these boys think. Because it is cold as nuts.
Cody. What?
Jacobs was a really good ball. We'll be sitting really good, solid putt. We just need to not mess up
All
the
about
putt.
this.
Where'd it go? Kicked the carpet out of the mountain right back out of the fairway.
Dude,
That was a little earthy.
Where we at?
I've got like 97 to 100. Breeze and our crew are not good, so hopefully we can just make it on the green.
Consistency, at least. You know,
Consistency.
keep it consistently bad here.
Get up in there. Holy smokes. Nice, bud. Nice shot. Pop up there. That is a wrap for the off day with a miserable golf attempt, golfing 9 holes, way too cold. We ended up grabbing some Mexican food, ran over to the meeting and got done with that. Now we're back at the house and it is actually snowing as we're recording this.
It's literally snowing on me right now.
And we're bundled up, it's cold, but we're gonna keep it simple tomorrow. We're boat 177 doing at like 325 or 355, I think. Longer fishing day than tomorrow. And I think the name of the game with all this wind and dirty water and cold is just gonna be not necessarily throwing out practice, but really just trying to fish the moment. If something looks good, pull up, fish it. And if they're not there, don't think anything of it and just keep on moving. It's gonna be a grinder out there. There's some guys that are catching a lot of fish and there's majority that aren't. So we're just gonna put on some confident baits and just go fishing.